In a world more interconnected than ever before, we are unexpectedly affected by things that we cannot see and things we do not know. But there is a world beyond the public eye, a place that the media tells you to fear, a no-go zone. Follow Mike, a world traveler, bringing us to no-go zones stateside and abroad. A travel documentary series that breaks barriers. Mike goes to the places that others are afraid of, where no one else dares to go, to tell their story, the story the media forgets to tell you. See the other side of places like Baltimore, Southside Chicago, Opelika, Syria, and more at MikeNoGoZones.com or Mike No Go Zones on YouTube.
This morning I checked out the Boogie Down Grind Cafe. It's a coffee shop with an old-school hip-hop theme. The staff here couldn't have been more welcoming and more than happy to sit down with me and give me the history of the venue. They also recently got their license to sell beer and wine, so if you're looking for something stronger than coffee, it's on the menu. Yes, I know what you mean, like a Starbucks. They say they welcome everybody, but you're right what you said, they'll keep the temperature at a certain way. Right. They don't really want you to hang out there all day, unless you keep buying.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have spaces like when I used to live in Burlington, Vermont, there are these spaces in this kind of main street that just play classical music at a very loud amount. And that's, for me, someone like me, who's like somewhere between like a hood rat and a lover of Mozart, it's not discouraging.
Right.
But that's designed to help keep away youth from certain areas.
Okay.
And it's interesting that like you need in some situations, if like this current trend of public architecture continues, you need private owners to provide what is essentially should be public spaces.
Correct.
And this is a good place to do that. It's a good place for artists to come do their work. It's a good place for business people to come do their work. It's just a good place to be, because it allows you to just kind of exist for a minute without having to move quickly for a location. Got it.
And I like how you guys curated a lot of stuff from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Let's capture some of this. They told me the story about the sign that used to belong to a strip club down the street.
There's a strip club down the street that closed down, and during the 70s when things were like actually bad in this neighborhood, that strip club was weirdly one of the few places that was like, the guy who owned it apparently like everybody loved.
Wow.
And you don't think that because strip club, like it's skeezy.
Right.
Strip club.
Sleazy, yeah.
But he paid his workers, he paid cooks, chefs, and apparently, if you like, especially back then, if you were a woman on the street trying to make money,
sure,
much more preferable to do that than what Hunts Point used to be known for, which is like that's dangerous.
Right.
And he provided a safe location for these women to work, and that existed for years. And apparently, like he gave the community a lot and all this jazz. But when it closed down because he died,
wow,
it was just abandoned. And when the owners of this bought the building, that was because they planned to renovate it at some point. They took the sign, and it was still working.
That's
so
incredible.
They took the sign,
it's hilarious.
And there are a lot of kind of like scavenged things from the community in this area. So like a lot of like wood paneling and like that liquor sign behind us. Also like from all the businesses that were like around during the 70s and things like that.
Cool. And I noticed the hip hop theme here.
Yeah.
Well, we are in the Bronx.
Yeah, but basically hip hop, and that makes sense. There's a lot of like large prints of things.
Correct.
And I think the other thing.
I'm gonna turn the camera around and show a little.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Flash.
Yep.
Curtis Blow. Queen Latifah. Slick Rick. Oh, we get the point.
The other thing that's nice about this space is that the employees choose what songs they want to play.
Nice.
And as a result, you get a lot of songs that you would definitely not hear at Starbucks.
Right.
Like you could whether it's like indie hip hop or like more mainstream, like some people play trap once in a while. Like it's interesting to be in a space listening to more modern music and then looking photos. It is kind of like shoulders of giants connection.
Right.
That happens,
right.
Usually, which is also nice.
Of course. And the clientele, mostly locals?
Mostly locals or teachers. So like we have
Okay.
a school nearby, like right there.
Okay.
So either they immediately work in the area or they immediately live in the area. So it's
Great.
it's definitely like people who are immediately here, who shop here.
And do you ever get like a lost tourist from, let's say, Europe or?
Not as often. There was
Okay.
like once in a while we get this British dude, but he like lives nearby. Like,
Okay.
it is mostly locals.
That's great.
Coming through here.
Okay. Hey, this is Mike from No-Go Zones. I love creating and sharing this series with you. I would be appreciative if you could like, comment, and share these videos with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe.